Imagine yourself in the 8th century, amidst the legendary seafaring Norsemen known as Vikings, a time when the world was vast and mysterious, and the Viking era was in full swing. These were not just warriors, but skilled sailors and explorers with a burning desire to discover new lands and expand their horizons. The Vikings, hailing from the icy realms of Scandinavia, were renowned for their seafaring capabilities. Their sturdy longships, powered by both oars and sails, allowed them to navigate the harshest of seas and rivers, reaching far-flung corners of the world. Their reputation, however, was a double-edged sword. Known as fearsome raiders, they also held a prosperous position as traders, exchanging goods from the Middle East, Asia, and Europe. Their explorations took them from their native lands across the Baltic and North Seas to the far reaches of Asia and Europe. But what if they went even further? What if Vikings actually reached North America? While it may seem like a far-fetched idea, there are intriguing clues that suggest the Vikings did indeed set foot in North America. Let's delve into this mystery, starting from ancient Norse literature, the Vinland Sagas. These are two medieval texts that chronicle the journeys of Leif Erikson and his crew, who were said to have sailed west from Greenland around the turn of the first millennium. They speak of a land named Vinland, abundant with wild grapes and towering trees, perfect for shipbuilding. Intriguingly, the descriptions closely resemble the landscapes of North America's northeastern regions. Now let's voyage to the northernmost tip of Newfoundland, Canada, where in 1960 archaeologists discovered the remnants of a Viking settlement in L'Anse aux Meadows. Here they unearthed 8 Viking-style turf houses and everyday objects like a spindle whorl and a bronze fastening pin, items common in Norse culture during the Viking Age. This settlement is widely accepted as the first archaeological confirmation of European presence in North America, predating Columbus by more than 500 years. Our exploration doesn't end here. Let's turn our attention to the curious case of the Kensington runestone. Found in Minnesota in the late 19th century, this stone slab is engraved with runes, a script used by the Vikings. The inscription tells a story of Norse explorers in the area, a tale of adventure and tragedy. But the authenticity of this artifact has been hotly debated among scholars. Some argue it's a hoax, while others believe it could be a key piece of evidence of Viking exploration in North America. These pieces of evidence are compelling, but are they enough to conclusively prove that Vikings made it to North America? The mystery continues to enthrall us, inviting us to journey back in time and across oceans to trace the steps of these intrepid Norse seafarers. As with any historical claim, there are skeptics who question the validity of these findings. Let's delve into the skepticism surrounding the Vinland Sagas. These medieval texts, written centuries after the Viking Age, have been interpreted by some as evidence of the Norse exploration of North America. However, detractors argue that these sagas are more folklore than historical fact, spun with elements of fantasy and exaggeration. The sagas' vague geographical descriptions further cloud their authenticity. Is Vinland a real place, or is it merely a mythical land? Now let's consider the Kensington runestone, discovered in Minnesota in the late 19th century. This stone, inscribed with runes, is purported to be a Viking artifact, yet its authenticity and interpretation have been hotly debated. Some experts believe it to be a hoax, a clever forgery designed to stir up excitement. Others argue that the language used in the inscription doesn't align with the linguistic patterns of the Viking Age. Could it be a case of misinterpretation, or perhaps a well-crafted deception? One of the most significant criticisms of the Viking presence in North America is the lack of widespread archaeological evidence. Unlike in Greenland and Iceland, where there are numerous well-preserved Viking sites, the evidence in North America is scant. L'Anse aux Meadows in Newfoundland remains the only confirmed Viking site in North America so far. The absence of more substantial evidence raises questions. Were the Vikings mere visitors who left little trace, or were they never there at all? So, did Vikings really make it to North America? The answer, it seems, lies somewhere between the lines of historical evidence and interpretation. One thing is certain, though, the Vikings were remarkable seafarers and explorers whose legacy continues to intrigue us today.